Good afternoon and welcome to the Bluefield State College virtual open house for our teacher education programs. My name is Dr. Anthony Underwood and I'm the Chief Enrollment Officer here at the college. There will be time for questions and we ask that you use the chat access at the bottom of your screen to ask all questions. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Provost and Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs for Bluefield State College, Dr. Ted Lewis.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Ted Lewis, and I serve as the Provost and Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs here at Bluefield State College. On behalf of our faculty, staff, and administration, it's my privilege to welcome you. Bluefield State College is a very special place that's played a significant role in the life and development of higher education in West Virginia. You'll find that Bluefield State provides a friendly and safe environment with a deeply supportive staff and faculty committed to helping you along your journey to success. We empower students by creating spaces where you can have a robust educational experience on a daily basis and achieve your academic and professional goals. Bluefield State offers a variety of certificates, 2- and 4-year degree majors in 4 schools: the School of Nursing and Allied Health, the W. Paul Cole Jr. School of Business, the School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, what we call our STEM school, and the School of Education, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Among these are 11 nationally accredited programs. We also have 10 NCAA athletic teams. With smaller class sizes, you have the opportunity to get to know your instructors and work with them much more closely. Student support services include academic tutoring and mentoring, counseling, cultural enrichment trips, seminars, workshops, open computer lab access, veteran services, and services for students with disabilities. The Student Life Office is dedicated to assisting you to gain as much as possible from your total college experience by providing you with leadership opportunities, cultural and educational activities, entertainment, intramural activities, events both on and off campus, and more than 24 student organizations. U.S. News recently ranked Bluefield State College as one of the top 15 public schools in the South and the top public school in the state of West Virginia. Our students excel both academically and athletically, with teams winning world championships in Globus Business Simulation, International Intelligent Ground Vehicle Competition, and AutoNav Challenge, national championships in USCA Men's Golf and ECAC Women's Basketball, and regional championships in Enactus Business Competition, Steel Bridge Building, and Men's Tennis. Many wonderful things are happening at Bluefield State College, and we look forward to having you as a part of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lewis. With program and career information regarding our teacher education programs, let us welcome Dr. Amanda Banks, Assistant Professor of Education at Bluefield State College. Dr. Banks, would you like to begin?
I would. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Amanda Banks, Assistant Professor of Teacher Education. We do have other faculty members, Dr. Daryl Thompson, our Provost, Dr. Sheila Sargent Martin, Dean of Education, Humanities, and Social Sciences. We have Dr. Tareen Stiltner, our Associate Professor who specializes in special education and is Director of Teacher Education. And of course, my area of expertise is curriculum and instruction with a background in special education. I want to begin by saying that all teacher education candidates at Bluefield State College work toward a degree in elementary education, grades K through 6. Some candidates decide to pursue an endorsement or a specialization. Let me get to that slide. Let's see. An endorsement or specialization in grades 5 through 9 in general math, general science, English, or social studies. And we also offer a K through 6 endorsement in multi-categorical special education. Teacher candidates also have the option of earning are taking 2 additional special education courses to earn a certification in autism studies, which is a really positive aspect of our program because research indicates that it does increase the marketability of special education teachers. All right, next. Additionally, Bluefield State College's School of Education serves practicing teachers by offering recertification courses that allow teachers to earn continuing education credits towards license renewal. Examples of the types of topics that we cover in our recertification courses include enhancing classroom management, strategies for increasing student engagement, math pedagogy, as well as mindfulness techniques to implement in the elementary and middle school classrooms. Okay, next. In addition to coursework, we also offer teacher candidates opportunities through a number of partnerships with local entities such as Mercer County Public Schools, the Mercer County MCTEC Center, a Technical Education Center, and the Mercer County Steering Committee. We also work closely with a number of school districts in West Virginia, as well as border counties, to offer a rich variety of field placement opportunities for our teacher candidates and an exciting program known as the Teacher in Residence program, which occurs the last semester or residency 2, the second semester of student teaching. So in districts that we have articulation agreements with, if there is a teacher opening, our second semester or second residency student teachers can apply for that position and earn between 65 to 85% of a teacher's salary. And these types of positions are called teacher in residence. And it provides these teacher candidates excellent opportunities to experience teaching on their own and implementing what they have learned in their teacher preparation. And as you can see on this slide, there are a number of counties in West Virginia, and we do have some pending state board approval. Okay, next. And this is just a map showing some of the areas, and as you can see in green, these are approved agreements. I know that we have teachers in residence in Tazewell County, as well as McDowell County and some of the other areas. Next. Okay. And as I mentioned previously, we do have a number of partnerships. We work closely with Mercer County Public Schools, and we have a professional development school relationship with this district. Next. And this is just an example of some of the activities that we participate in with Mercer County Public Schools. So these are pictures of a really neat recruiting event that we participated in with Mercer County Technical Education Center. You can see high school students who are just coming by. It's like a job fair, but it actually we had different schools at Bluefield State College who set up tables. We did a candy cane craft. It was a very neat type of activity to show these students the kinds of things that are involved in actually teaching a group of people to make Play-Doh or to make candy canes out of Play-Doh. And it just gave us a chance to interact with these local students. And we participated with the nursing school and School of Engineering at Bluefield State College, but it was an absolutely excellent event. Okay, next. So the really great thing about our teacher education program that I feel sets us apart from a number of other programs is that from the get-go, from the very start of teacher preparation, those foundational courses that you'll take as you enter teacher education, all the way through to your final semester, you have opportunities to experience working with children in real life classroom settings. This is an example of Education 280, a general methods course where students every week actually meet. Their classroom is a room in an actual school building. This is part of our professional development school relationship with Mercer County. And so the professor is on site, and he and a group of teacher candidates actually discuss different topics each week for an hour, and then they go into the classrooms, and the teacher candidates have opportunities to work with teachers and students firsthand. Okay. Next. And planning and teaching is such a big part of our teacher preparation program. So it's very, very critical to bridge that theory to classroom gap. And we've noted that with our candidates, they are so heavily steeped in practice opportunities. I have to say, even with the onset of COVID, we are actively seeking ways to continue offering our candidates real life experiences or high quality simulations where they can put to practice what they have learned in the college classroom. You see here in the pictures a number of very happy candidates who are actively engaging with students using learning props and materials that they created as part of their coursework. Next. And a really exciting thing that we do every semester, and it's not just one of our teacher preparation courses, but we sort of rotate. So the very first foundational course classes, some of the upper level methods courses, maybe even in special education, the students in these classes have an opportunity to participate in family engagement night in Mercer County, where they're working not just with students, but they're engaging their families as well as part of this experience. Often these engagement nights are literacy based, where students can teacher candidates can work with the families and the students to promote early literacy. Next. And you can see here lots of smiles and diversity. So we know based on recent research statistics that 85% of all public school teachers, K through 12, are female. However, an important aspect of Bluefield State College's teacher candidate population is that we have a lot of diversity. We have a much higher rate of male candidates and candidates of color than you will see typically in other teacher education programs. And it really shows in the schools, in the experiences that our students have locally, and I say our K through 9 students get to work the wide variety of teacher candidates, and it's just wonderful. And you can see in the lower two pictures, 2 young men who are just preparing to be educators in our schools and interacting with students. Next. And more photos. These were actually candidates who were in their very first semester of teacher preparation. And they were in the schools. This was a diversity in education class. And often when we interview student teachers or teacher candidates right before graduation, as their teacher preparation comes to a close, we will say, what was the most memorable experience of your teacher preparation at Bluefield State College? Often they will refer to these nights, these family engagement nights, the very first time that they were actually in a school classroom interacting with students and their families. Next. So the West Virginia Department of Education requires that all teacher preparation programs in the state of West Virginia offer a 1-year student-teacher experience or student teaching experience. So there is a Residency 1 experience and Residency 2. Each is 1 semester in length. With Residency 1, there is a part-time or 2-day per week placement in an actual, consistently in the same actual classroom, where a student teacher part-time is assigned a particular mentor teacher. So that student teacher can gain familiarity with a particular class of students, particular grade level, and begin a mentorship where the guidance of the classroom teacher helps the teacher candidate prepare to teach, to become a teacher. And these, the really great aspect of our program as well is that these placements are often in the home counties or home locations of students. And other large institutions, often teacher candidates have no say-so or there's no flexibility in where they're placed. But if our teacher candidates live in McDowell County, then they're placed in their home communities. We even have had a student teacher work in her home district in up near WVU in Morgantown. Aside from student teaching, there are so many opportunities, as I said earlier, from the very first semester on for teacher candidates at Bluefield State College to work in actual classrooms, to tutor students and learn how the necessary or essential practices and aspects of building rapport with children, of assessing them, of providing quality instruction and mentoring them. Okay. And you see here more pictures of the different types of opportunities that teacher candidates have, the different types of things that they're doing with students in the classroom. In the center, you see a candidate working with a small group of children, guiding a written expression exercise. On the left, there's a big book read aloud session on the carpet. Looks to be kindergarten or first grade, and 1 or 2 to 1 tutoring on the right, 2 students to 1 teacher. Next. And here are just more photos, and there are lots of smiles, lots of smiles, and because these are really rich experiences in real life classrooms with students. And the great thing about so much interaction in actual classrooms and schools is it offers our candidates an opportunity to build relationships with teachers, with administrators, and district leaders. We have a very high rate of postgraduate employment among our teacher education candidates. So that's definitely a benefit of being part of our program at Bluefield State College.
Thank you very much. At this point, let's have a little discussion about admissions and financial aid. So here at Bluefield State, we know that in order to be valuable, a course of study, a degree, has to challenge you. If you already know everything in a degree field and it's not challenging, then it's not very worthy. So we make sure that it challenges you and develops you. But while a college degree should be challenging, getting into college shouldn't be. And so we make it very easy and assistive for you to become a college student here and to pay for it. So what do we mean by that? First, the admissions application at Bluefield State College is free. We do not require you to pay to apply to the college. And the criteria to get into the college is very clear. So after applying, which you do at bluefieldState.edu/apply, you will be required to submit a few things. One, we need your if you've graduated from high school in the past 5 years, we need your high school transcript. And if you're currently in high school, we need you to go ahead and submit your current transcript, and we'll ask for your final transcript when you graduate in May or June. Also, if you're a current college student or if you've had college credits in the past, either after high school or during high school, we need the transcripts from the colleges that you've attended. Even if you maybe wish that, oh, I don't want to share those grades, or I'd like to start over, we can help you start over, and we can help you get the grades you need to succeed. We can support you in that. But we do need all of your transcripts for the purposes of admission. Typically, we also would need your ACT or SAT in order to admit you to the college itself, the general admission. The governor of West Virginia has waived that requirement for all state institutions. And so for this year only, we are not looking at the ACT or SAT score for purposes of admission to the college. Now, a number of our programs do require ACT or SAT, and so you will still need those scores for those programs. But for general admission to the college, which is what we're talking about now, you do not need them this year only. However, you will still need them for financial aid, and some scholarship opportunities, but we'll talk about those in just a second. So, one of the other features of the admission and financial aid process here at Bluefield State is that we provide one-on-one personal service. So this means that when you apply for admission, and further on when you apply for financial aid, that our admissions counselors will take you as an individual student and will personally walk you through each step by step. If we need a document, if you need something else that you don't know how to procure or access, we're the ones who will reach out and A, tell you what we need, and B, help you get what you need so that you can be accepted here at the college. That's true for financial aid as well. We will help you step by step. We will work with you to monitor your progress, and then we will offer you solutions to make sure that all of your financial aid steps are taken care of. So let's talk about financial aid. To apply for financial aid, you start with what's called the FAFSA. That's an acronym, FAFSA, and it stands for the Free Application for Student Aid. The key word there is free. If you are ever asked to pay to apply for financial aid, you are on a fake site and you should run away right away. The only place you should apply for federal aid is fafsa.gov, not .com, not .org or .net or any of that. It's just .gov. When you complete that, and by the way, if you need help completing that, don't let it intimidate you, don't let it be a barrier. The folks who work here are happy to sit down with you and walk you through that process to make sure that you get that completed. But once that's completed, as our admissions counselors monitor that process with you and make sure you submit everything, we will use that to package both your federal and state aid. And that can be made up of grants, which, as long as you stay in good standing with the college, you don't have to pay back once you finish. It can be made up of work study, which work studies, those are jobs at the campus that you receive regular paychecks for, and thus you don't have to pay it back. You can earn scholarships, which we'll talk more about in just a second, and of course loans. And while we don't want you to be burdened with debt after you graduate from college, nor should you let a small loan stand in the way of finishing college. So if you feel that, or if you have to have additional funding to pay for your tuition bill or to pay for books or transportation or whatever it might be, let's sit down with us and let's work out the exact amount of loans you would have to take to support that. No more, no less, to make sure that you keep that under control. And of course, educational loans are the most affordable loans in the United States. So we'll make sure that if you have to take them, we'll make sure that you take no more than you need. And then of course, for scholarships, there are some outside scholarships, and the well-known ones are things like the Promise Scholarship or Even the West Virginia Higher Education Grant, which is a grant, but it also looks at academic performance, so it's sort of like a scholarship as well. It's somewhere in between. But the institution, Bluefield State itself, gives scholarships. The first type of scholarship is the academic scholarship, and that's based on your high school or college transfer GPA, but it's also based on your ACT or SAT score. We take both of those into consideration, and we calculate what award we can give you. And that's all you have to do to apply for those scholarships. You have to apply, be accepted, and provide that information. And then we can package you as long as funding is available. We also have foundation or leadership scholarships donated by the alumni and friends of the college. And that's typically worth hundreds of thousands of dollars every year to our students. And to apply for that, you simply go to bluefieldState.edu/scholarships. The deadline for those scholarships is April 1. You fill out that one application, and we apply that application to all of our foundation scholarship funds. And then finally, for scholarships, we offer the Honors College. The Honors College not only provides a full benefit in terms of tuition and fees, it also covers textbooks, and it covers some internship and research opportunities and networking opportunities that you simply won't get at that level in most higher education experiences. They also provide, once our dormitories are open, on-campus living. So lots of advantages and lots of opportunity, and you apply for that also at bluefieldState.edu/scholarships and simply click on the Honors College. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact not only our education school, but our School of Education, but you can also contact me at Underwood, AUNDERWOOD, at bluefieldState.edu, and I am happy to answer any questions you may have or find the answer to that question if I don't know it off the top of my head. So I want to thank everyone who's been here for tonight's event, especially the faculty and staff who've done such a great job in introducing our programs and providing their knowledge. I want to thank, of course, our prospective students, whether you're here live or you're here seeing the recording. We want to make sure that you have the right opportunity to get all of your questions answered and to be prepared to start college, whether you're planning to start in the spring or the fall. We want to say and make sure you know that at Bluefield State College, you're going to earn more than just a degree, as important as that is. You're going to learn to become a true scholar. You'll learn how to create and discover your best self. Here, you're going to join a family that will challenge you academically, but will always give you the tools and support you need to succeed. We look forward to serving, guiding, mentoring, and teaching you, the next generation of Bluefield State leaders. Good night and take care.